You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Azi Graphics. In this particular tutorial, I'll be looking how to on how to create this particular design. So without any further ado, let's just go straight into this tutorial. So I'll just first hide this one, so you can see I'm just working on something. Okay, let me just keep this element here. So the next thing I'll be doing is first I'll be coming to my background, which I'll be working on greatly. So from gallery, so the background is this image. Right, so the next thing is just to do, I'll come here and I'll add noise to it. I will use it and enhance it. So the brightness will be minus this, contrast will be about 10, then the hue will be this. Right, so this is what I will be doing. So I'll let me just bring my current data and tap on this. So the next thing I'll be doing is just burger. Alright, so there are two ways you can do this thing. So this is my text. Okay, so change the typeface to Bebas, or should I use Bebas New? Let's just look at. I'll use Bebas New Bold. So I'll just increase. Now it's kind of different anyway. Look at the R. Look at the R. Let me see if I can get another Bebas. Okay, look at the R. That's where the difference is in. So, but let's just. So I prefer this one. So what I'll be doing next is just simple. I will come to. So there are two ways you can do this thing anyway. Is either you just come here and your hand like this, but I don't like this option. But what I'll be doing here is just simply come to my perspective, enable, okay, I'll leave it this way. So I'll just double it. I just hope this thing is still in my, it's no longer my clipboard. Alright, so this is what we now have. Just ignore, all I need is just 5. So the next thing, I'll just reduce this. Okay, then come here and the size, increase the size. Okay, now we have this guy here. The line spacing needs to be reduced. Okay, now we can still think of reducing the size again. Okay, so we just make sure it's at the center. But now this is what this is giving me. What I'm just going to stick with this one here. Then I'll come to color, come here and highlight this second burger. This is like my, come here, like the third time I'll be making this video, but just painfully I'll just need just the first 1 2 3 4. Okay, so it's now our choice if we can still just reduce the size. So instead of using relative position, I'll be using relative position. So then I'll just come here and reduce the opacity to 10. So I guess you're now seeing the effect, right? So let me still come check my, no, I didn't apply vignette. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. So the effect is just because it's still selected. When I tap on the screen now, it has gone. But you've seen the feel it's giving me. So there is this particular element. Let me still come to current date. So it's just, let me just show you how I did it anyway. let's just an imaginary right, so this is what I'm having here. All I just did is come to background, then make the color red, which I stole from the image of this my particular model. So this is it. Then background. So I created this thing from one of the videos. Just give it left, right. It should be equal, please. Then give it radius about 50. All right. Then the bottom padding, top padding. All right. So this is practically how you can achieve something like this. So you just come to color, you highlight this, and you just change the color. So if I change it to black, you see it has changed to black. I'm not changing it anyway, but I just want to get rid of this, the background, then change the typeface to Montserrat bold. Alright, so the padding, alright, double click on it, and I've forgotten the caption. Jolly with better burger. So this is a Nigerian language. I'm sure you cannot actually pronounce this if you're not in Nigeria. And so I'll be using one of the default color in this my Pixellab. So for this burger, which is like, for my caption, this burger which is like my main text, so I'll just make sure it's at the alignment is aligned to the center, then reduce the line spacing to just 5 or 8 is not looking bad. Okay, now I have this guy here, but I'm not done with my background. There's still something I just remembered. I'll come to my sticker. Now, in case you're not using this kind of Pixellab I'm using, you will not have this particular option. So I'll just bring in this element. Then I'll just click on this mark here, come to color, then this particular this particular one. So this is the color code. So all you just need is copy, click on color, click on this plus, click on this pencil, highlight this, delete it, and just paste this here, 6B1308. click on this check mark, click on OK. So it's going to appear. This is what you're going to get. So hopefully I want to do some editing on this particular erase, not editing anyway. Erasing a kind of editing, whatever I say, man, whatever I say. So I will just, let me just stick with alright. So then I will just I'm good with this anyway, so I'll just come here and put this here. Now you see the feel is giving it like as if it is a stain. Copy this, put this somewhere around here, copy it. Let me just so but the kind of color feel is giving me, I don't like it all. So let me just keep this one here. Now you can see the kind of effect I'm having already. Alright, so I will just now come, you just make use of my eraser, increase the feather, trace this, and okay, so I will just so around these things with too much, and it's not okay. Let's just Alright, so I can just easily lock this one now. Now somebody reached out to me. It was a designer that reached out to me. No, not even yeah, he reached out to me, but then I discovered most of what I give on my YouTube channel is what he is actually using as his for his speed student. I just give this stuff for free, but it's still the same tutorial I give for his speed student. So he asked me, he said, most of your content, that's what I actually I get ideas from you, but how come? So if, I guess you have a paid class. I said yes. So what will now be in your paid class? I said, see, there are things you need to understand in graphic design. If not, you're making quack designs. Most people can actually replicate design, but they cannot create design from the scratch or make their designs look beautiful. Now this thing is now becoming too much on the screen, so I'll just come here and reduce the opacity of this. Now, because less is more in graphic design, just reduce it. So I'll just come here and play around it, reduce the opacity. As I told him, my masterclass, I teach you in graphic design, there's always the how and the why. So most times what people understand is the how, they don't understand the why. And if you don't understand the why, you won't be able to create good designs. When you're stuck giving a client's project, you just need, you know how to replicate people's design, but you're not able to give that client what the clients actually want. Alright, so this is this. So let's just see, we spent about, okay, remember we brought in our text, which I'll just move to the front, and yeah, okay, so this is it. Now this particular one, I've shown you how you can actually create this one anyway, so I'll just bring to the front, crop. Alright, so I have this guy here. Okay, let's just, I guess it's kind of like, it's okay this way, but so I'll just gladly leave this guy here, and I'll lock this. So from this my caption, I'll just copy this and just give the brand, the name of the brand, Amaka's Kitchen. Then reduce the size to about, let me just trace this out, reduce the size to about, so the size should be about, okay, I think it's okay, let's just leave it this way, then just be sure it's at this particular side. Then let me bring it here a bit. Okay, for this, the caption, does it look to be at the center? Alright, so let me still bring it down a bit for, okay, now, so this guy here, okay, my model. So just watch this effect I'll be doing now. I'll just come here and texture, give it a bit of saturation, make it 15. Alright, so I'll add my contrast to it about 25. Then I will just reduce the brightness 20. Now just I'll be giving it shadow, the same color I made use of for my. So the color is this yellow, is you'll get it in your Pixellab. So there's no need of me just calling the color code. So when I reduce this one here, then give this one 6. Okay, but I'll be increasing the size. Okay, okay. So I'll just increase the size a bit. Alright, so this is not okay. I don't like this. You see, come to the shadow. Okay, I think I kind of like this now. Okay, I'll stick with this. Now this, now you see my caption now to actually bring jolly with Betaboga. Jolly means like celebrate with. It's actually Nigerian language anyway. When like you're celebrating with a very good burger. So the lady is smiling, and smile when you're celebrating, you have to smile. So this is what we have here. I'm saving to gallery. Now the next thing is, let me just quickly make use of a particular image which I'm having here. Okay, now if you've not subscribed, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I share valuable content on this channel. Now, all right, so let me get rid of this one. Come with my text. Now position this year. Oh God. A bite will convince you. Just highlight this. All right, so I'll just make this now. I want to, because of my image anyway. Now it's just, this is, I'm doing this now because I know how the position of my image. So, and see, my image goes in line with my caption. This is the image, it goes in line with the caption. So this is, now see, she's about to take a bite. That's why, like, a bite will convince you. That's why I use this image. Now I think I'll just apply the same color filter to it. I guess I've been using this particular settings for most presets for most of my image in most of my designs. Then I'll just come here and okay, it's aligned for the color. A bite, which is like my, okay, let me first change all the colors to white, then just highlight just these bites, then highlight the bites. Okay, now I have this one here. I can now just, so we can greatly now save. Let's just, I think we should just increase the size a bit. Okay, now we can now save our design. All right, so you can see this how it is. We can just save our design. Now if not for because of this tutorial, I would have just go to most of those things that I use like paint on the body. I would have just changed, reduce everything to about 40, reduce the color to about 40. Okay, now all this, what I mean is all this, we reduce the color to about the opacity to about 40. So now I'll just be heading to Snapseed. It's one of my favorite app. So I'll click on plus. So I'll just be editing one, which is this one. So let's see ascend to it. It's not going to be okay. I promise you. I'm not making use of it. Okay, let's see. Now see, I don't like it. But this is what I'll be making use of. Structure. Okay, let me make it 50. Sharpen it. Okay, so this is what we now have, but this is not what we're gonna get. This is not what we need. So I'll come to curve, click on this my midtones, bring down my shadows, also bring down my highlights. No, not too much, because I'm seeing a kind of effect on the lady. Alright, so we are good. Let's click before and after. So we can now gladly save our work. But let me just try tune my image. Come to shadows, reduce the shadows a bit. Okay, now is it, let's see. So is it this, like this darker one, is it kind of okay? Now let me just know if you like the previous one without shadows and the one with shadows. You can just come here and greatly export your design. So all the resources will be in the description of this video, and please do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe. If not, I'll stop making videos again on YouTube. Alright, so I will see you in the next video. Hopefully I'll be doing a video after this one. Cheers.